Hello, welcome to Math 93. I'm Professor Thompson. This is going to be the first lecture, and I'm going to run down the syllabus and what's expected. This should have been posted Thursday. We had some internet issues here, so I'm posting it today. Got those sorted. This course, as I run through the syllabus, is co-requisite to go with your Math 143. So we're really starting, and we're going to be grabbing information from 143 to bring back in, or to augment what you do in 143 and help you with anything coming across. So you see the homework will be designed, something's got a little loud there. Homework is designed as a mathematical review to highlight mathematics you might see in the 143 that you might have questions on. So the main key with the homework and things is to get questions, and from your questions we figure out what we need to work on. So it's going to be an interactive thing. Thursdays are going to be when I do the lecture. They will be a Zoom meeting. I'm not a big fan of Zoom, but this format we'll be using. That way if you have questions you can come into the lecture, but it is not mandatory. Everything will be recorded and then posted. And that's what I've been sorting out, is making sure that the software I use can visibly be seen. Sorry, here. Look up there. There's me. There's you. There's me, there's you. That the software that I use can be visibly seen across the internet at Massachusetts. So I'm going to go over the syllabus in this short little introduction, and we'll work our way through this week, making sure that we get everything through. Alright, so over here, this is my web browser, and this is my calendar, which I'll go through in a bit. But here on Blackboard is this course. Now when you come into the course, right now you're going to have course content, but the only thing I don't have anything populated to the modules yet. I'll be populating that with the lectures recorded as they come across. The main thing is up here, the course syllabus and course info. And the course syllabus is here. So when I open that up, that pops up over here. And let me make this larger for everyone here. There we go. Double checking, make sure, yeah, they're good. Alright, so this is the course. It's 1 credit hour. It's an 093, so it doesn't transfer over other than to meet your co-requisite requirements. It is online. The class location is online. This is me. This is my email address. Best way to contact me. My office is, if you're near the building, I'm up at S313. It's in the science wing. Wow. Hold on 2 seconds. I will silence that. I thought I had my phone on silent. There you get to hear my lovely ringtone. So my office location is S13. It's on the science wing across from the physics lab. It's the first faculty office. This is my office phone number. I prefer email as means of communication because the email can be my to-do list. If you're emailing and it's anything about grades or you personally, you have to use your MWCC email address. That way I can have a minimal guarantee that I'm talking via an account that you have secured. I'm not 100% sure I'm talking to you, but I know it's through a channel of communication that you have secured. If you're talking about problems or anything of that nature, I don't care what email address it comes through. When you email me, put Matt093, and for your section, your G2S. See that over here, G2S. This will make it easy for me to find information. If you're saying I didn't have something on the gradebook, I can go right to that section and look it up. So having that information in your subject line, Matt093 G2S, helps me find you and the information you're talking about. If it's just generally about a problem, that's usually not necessary. Alright, so what we're doing is this is to help 143, so there's a lot of conversation that happens in this course. And on the online version, this means you guys have to try some problems that I think you can do, but I'm not 100% sure of, and bring up questions. And then wherever the questions come into play, I add material. In the in-class version of this, you're bringing in your problems from 143, and I'm highlighting things ahead of time. What I've noticed is the first half of the course, I highlight some things to be aware of, and people practice those or adapt to those and get ready for them. And then in second half of the course seems to be organizing everything needed. My job here is to help you get through 143. So I want to say it's like an augmented study hall. The topics we cover in here all match the topics in 143, but we're looking at the underlying mathematics. So in 143, you're going to be talking about, you're going to use the real number line. We're going to talk about it directly. Absolute value and distance in one dimension, we're going to define those. You use them in 143. You have to use exponents and square roots. So we're going to talk about the math that you will see as it appears in 143, so that you're aware of the mathematical symbols that come about. Statistics is technology, so you will want some type of calculator or spreadsheet software to do calculations for you. Now, your 143 class might have different ways of doing that, and they're all valid. There's really, in a lot of the things we do, there is not one right way to do this. So if you have technology questions, bring them to me. If your teacher is using the TI-84 and you're having a problem putting the data set in, I can walk through that. I have some videos I can record for it. I can work on particular examples. If your teacher is using Excel spreadsheets and you're not sure what the command is to find a standard deviation for a population versus a sample, words you'll find in the future, bring that to me. I can work through those. I'm used to work for huge IT companies before I went into teaching. I worked for IBM and I worked for internet companies back in the day, which was yesterday. No, back in the day. I love that phrase. And so I've come from a technological background. I'm fairly technologically competent. Even if I'm not familiar with an individual piece of software, I'm pretty good at reading the manuals and working things through. And most of the softwares follow a mindset coming through. In the realms of turning mathematics into software, that tends to be my specialty. So I can help you with that. And a calculator is a glorified piece of software. So if you have any problems with your technology, please bring them. This particular course will be homework and quizzes. Now the homework, I'm going to pop over here, if I might bring it up, is on Pearson. So I'm going to open up Pearson MyMatlab. And MyMatlab is where this course homework resides. So I'm going to sign into this really quickly. You know my password is all dots. And into this course. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to student view so it looks like you see it or should see it. What you should see is a calendar with your due dates. And if you view it by the month, it'll show different things coming across. There's some homework and quizzes that pop up periodically. I have them due weekly on Sunday evenings, and we'll work our way through that. And so this will be the interface for most of the homework. Now let me go back to Blackboard, and we're still in the syllabus and course info. Here's the registration information for Pearson MyStatLab. So if you go to this web page and register as a student, if you've already logged into Pearson because you have an ID for your Mat 143 course or for some other course, you log in with that and you add a new course using this instructor ID. Then when it comes and asks for the course code, that's a big 30-digit monstrosity that was in the inside of the book, or it's on the bottom of the Brightwave page. And you put that in and it'll give you access to the book. Now if you do not have the access code yet, you can say get an access code, and there will be an option to pay with PayPal or Visa, and at the very end is a temporary access. Get the temporary access so you can start accessing the course before however you're buying the book comes into play. Now you can use the same code for Mat 143 and this class. Pearson allows you to do multiple sections in the same textbook. It's a common thing. So you get your 143 course sorted and then use that access code over here, and you'll be able to access the homework. Now the homework has due dates on it, but and what we're going to do is we're going to work through the homework, and they're going to be the topics we're working on. But if you don't get the grade you want on the homework, you can always go back and study it and redo it and redo it. So the homework's there for practice, and it's a set of ideas for the things that we're going to talk about and lead the conversation. And this first homework, Module 1, I have a lot of questions, and there's 72 questions. The first 12, 14 are how to use Pearson. They're fairly self-evident. And these next questions, these are where I need to find where you're having problems. I want you to bring the problems in. And so the due date for there is where I want you to have gone through and attempted everything so I can see what we need to work on. There's a lot of back and forth between what we can do and what we need to focus on. And so we're going to do things, and you might struggle with them. You're going to email me. You're going to bring me questions. I'll record videos on those bits you're having through problems with. And if everyone's having problems with the same thing, we'll turn it into part of the lecture. So the nature of this course is to work on the skills you need for MAT 143. They're a very wide arc of skills. Let me get back into the syllabus here. It's a very wide arc of skills, and everyone's in different places with them. And so we need to go back and forth with the material to figure out what we need to do. I said at the end of the week, but it's every 2 weeks. There's a quiz. Same idea. It's going to ask you questions about the MAT 143 stuff. So if there's anything in the main class I need to be bringing in, because there are some subjects from the main class that need polishing. All right, that's how the class is going. My office hours, I'm going to post on Blackboard. Right now it's Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm available at Zoom. I'm available in person. You can call me. You can email me. I am updating my office hours. I'm to be able to give you video lectures on Tuesdays in the afternoon. So I'm going to move my office hours earlier into the day. So that'll be updated and posted to Blackboard. And then in the schedule we have here matches how the homework is going on Pearson. So this is the introduction to the class. Start doing the homework, start asking questions, and as people get questions, I'm going to post lecture responses to it. This is going to be a back and forth. You have to show me what we need to practice, and then I'm going to pull that together. So a lot of back and forth. Our first live lecture is going to be tonight. I'll send this tonight. I'm sorry, Thursday at 11 to 12:20. 11 to 12:20. So 1 credit, so I think it's 11 to 12. And that'll be our first live lecture. You do not have to attend the live lectures, but if you want to, you can ask the questions there. I'll pull the questions people have asked me together. If no one has asked me questions, I will lecture on the base material from the homework. And it's going to be a lot of back and forth. Treat it like a study hall. Bring all your 143 questions to me. Bring all your questions on the homework here, and we'll find that between the questions and answers, we will build what we need from it. What is needed is different from each class. Let me come over here. Sorry. The problem with talking is sometimes it's better to see the person talking than the thing they're talking about. And I've done this online since before COVID came in, and I've done it in person. And the first couple weeks, it's just a back and forth. Start doing, start asking, start doing, start asking. This first week is usually getting access to the Pearson material, getting comfortable with your MAT 143. So I'm not pushing loads of stuff at you. I have some homework for you to work on and for you to show me what we might need to work on out of it. So start the dialogue and email me, email back and forth. Thursdays, 11 to 12, I'm going to be doing a Zoom lecture that's recorded and will be posted. If you can make that live, ask questions there. If you can't, it will be left behind for everyone. Welcome aboard, and watch. I will have some of the quiz material will pop up on Blackboard. There's going to be a short discussion board posting to introduce yourself to everyone in case you need to find study buddies for your MAT 143. Having a peer to study with is good. I might talk one way different than friends, and I'm also going to use that for attendance. So you'll see an occasional assignment in Blackboard, but 99% of the stuff will be in Pearson. Cheerio.